In the US, immigration rules are getting stricter, and many undocumented immigrants are at risk of deportation. The government has announced a plan to revoke legal status of over 5,30,000 immigrants, making them eligible for removal. Now, this has left many immigrants really anxious about their future and unsure of what steps should they take. But what does deportation really mean? Can immigrants protect themselves? And what happens to their assets if they are forced to leave? Many immigrants might not even be aware that they have a deportation order against them. In some cases, a person may have been ordered to leave the US years ago without even realizing it. This can happen if they miss an immigration hearing because they never receive the notice or simply they don't attend. If somebody has a deportation order, it can make it very difficult for them to return to the US in near future. Depending on this situation, they can be banned from re-entering the country for 10 years, 20 years, or even permanently. It's very important for immigrants to check their immigration status and find out if they have any existing deportation order. Ignoring the issue won't make it go away, and waiting until ICE takes action can lead to worse outcomes. Now, for those who are at risk of deportation, there is an option called voluntary departure. This allows a person to leave the US on their own instead of being forcefully deported by the government. But why does that matter? Because leaving voluntarily can make it easier to return legally in near future. If somebody is deported, their immigration record will show a formal deportation order, which can prevent them from obtaining a visa or applying for legal residency in near future. However, if they choose voluntary departure, they may still have options to return lawfully. Let me give you an example. A family member in the US could sponsor them for a visa, or they could simply apply for legal entry through other programs. Well, it's not an easy choice, but for many immigrants, taking control of their departure can give them a better chance of returning one day. Now let me tell you what happens to the belongings and money. One of the biggest concerns for people facing deportation is what will happen to their assets. Many undocumented immigrants own homes, cars, and businesses in the US, and leaving suddenly can put these things at risk. Now, here are some ways immigrants can protect their belongings. First of all, set up a power of attorney. This can be a legal document that allows a trusted family member or a friend to manage finances and property on their behalf. This way, even if they have to leave, their assets won't be lost. Secondly, keep saving in an accessible bank account. Instead of keeping cash at home, having a bank account that can be accessed from outside the US ensures that they can still use their money if they have to leave. Thirdly, make a plan for personal belongings. If somebody is detained and deported quickly, they may not get a chance to return home and collect their things. It's a good idea to leave important documents like passport, birth certificates, and financial records with a trusted person who can send them if needed. For undocumented immigrants, the most important thing is to stay informed. Many people kind of panic when they hear about deportation crackdown, but having the right information can make all the difference. Checking immigration status, understanding available options, and preparing for the worst case scenario can actually help immigrants navigate these uncertain times with more confidence. No matter the situation is, taking the right step today can create a better opportunity for the future.